Welcome to Hot Tub Talks with Mark and Latasha.
Hello. Good morning.
Good morning.
So it's
a true Oregon day.
Yeah, fall day, and it's so
dark clouds, and they're moving fast. The wind is blowing.
Dark. Those clouds are not dark.
Oh, you're not looking over this way.
Oh, okay, maybe over there. But I was just like, they don't seem to be that dark. It seems to be bright out, even though the clouds are out in full force.
Okay.
So, but what are we going to chat about in the hot tub today? There's like so many different topics. I guess I'll start, and maybe it'll dovetail into what you were talking about earlier. If not, we will add that to the list of things that we should talk about. But I wanted to talk about letting go.
Letting go.
Let it go.
Yeah. What does Elsa say? Let it go.
Yes. And I was watching a TED Talk about a gal who said what she learned by letting go 99% of her possessions.
Oh, I don't like this lady.
Okay, so then this is definitely a topic that we want to
get into. Because in the zombie apocalypse, she will be useless. She won't have a drawer full of springs or batteries or nuts and bolts that don't match each other that are totally useful.
Yes.
Anyway,
so
now I got my opinion out.
Well, and I feel like I want to remove a lot of things from our lives.
Well, get rid of distraction.
Yes. And it's funny because there's certain things that you don't like. It could be you don't like trinkets and
bits and baubles. Yes.
Bits and baubles. Yeah. If it's just for decorations.
Yes, decorations.
But if it's anything for...
I can't build a tree fort with decorations.
All right. Well, I think that just wraps it up right about there.
We're done. Thank you for joining us for Hot Tub Talk.
Oh, gosh. Yes. And so we grew up differently. My family, we never owned a home and we moved around a lot. And so there's just a certain handful of things that I could take with me, right? Things that I've kept. I've always kept like all my pictures. And I think I've been able to keep more since once we kind of settled in Sacramento. Once we kind of settled in there and I was old enough to know what I could keep. Like I still have letters from high school. I hold on to those. If you've given me any type of card, whether it's a Christmas card, a birthday card, an announcement of your child's birth, a thank you.
Oh, yeah. So you're not talking about me. You're talking about people in general. You're talking to the whole audience right now.
Yes.
Okay. Because I think I've given you 2 cards in 27 years.
And I know that I have those, and you wrote me 2 notes.
Oh, 2 notes.
A couple of notes. You have 1 note that's like...
Probably more than I wrote all in college.
Mm-hmm.
For papers and everything.
On Intel stationery.
Intel stationery.
Like you came into my office and then you wrote a note and left it for me.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I was like, oh. So I still have that.
Mm-hmm.
I need to bring that out. But yeah, the just little things like that I still have. They mean a lot to me. Those are really sentimental, and I can't get rid of it.
Mm-hmm.
I've tried to figure out like what can I do with all of these cards, because I always think like, does anybody care about it except for me? And why do I hold on to these things?
Mm-hmm.
And so the gal that was talking, she was saying that she had like either 17 months or 18 months in order to pick one bag. It all needed to fit in her entire life needed to fit in one suitcase, mm-hmm. because they were getting ready to move overseas.
Sure. We'll say Antarctica.
Yeah. And so what she learned was there was so much meaning attached
mm-hmm.
to these things. And like, why is it so hard to just let go?
Now you're looking at me first.
Well, because the way I grew,
mm-hmm.
and so I wanted, my dad, he did not like clutter.
Yes.
And
mm-hmm.
stuff. It was just like, he's always, saying cleanliness is godliness. And if you have like a whole bunch of just, like, he would just throw things away. He was attached to nothing. And I mean, if I wanted it, I better keep it in a space, whereas you grew up born in the, your same childhood home, graduated from school, mom still lives there, only one home that you've ever known, right, in your entire life. And, we can still go there. And I mean, there are games from years ago. There was even a box that was recently found over Christmas they were little gifts and trinkets that were meant for like a, I don't know if it's kind of like a white elephant.
Yeah, white elephant type party. Yep.
Yeah.
From the 80s.
Yeah, like from maybe the 70s. It was so, yeah, definitely late 70s, early 80s. And it was fun to unwrap it.
Of wrapped gifts that were supposed to go to a party.
That was supposed to go to a party. It didn't go to a party.
45 years ago.
And yes, and it was just sitting there. And so, all the kids were excited because they were like, can we get any money off of this? And some things were like, maybe it was bought for like 20 cents and now it's like worth $20 or something like that. So, not too bad. But anyway, just again, to just show the difference in the way that we grew up.
Yeah.
And I remember your mom telling me that you don't like to let go of things.
Yes. Yeah.
So why is it so hard? Well, why is it so hard to let go? Or why do you hold on to things?
Again, some things are easy for me to let go because they have no usefulness or perceived usefulness on my part, right? They may have usefulness to somebody, right? Or they may have value to somebody, right? But if I can't see a usefulness to it, it's easy for me to let it go. And that's what the trinkets and it's like, something that sits on a shelf and I can't touch, a towel I can't use in the bathroom, a pillow I can't use on the bed, right? It's like these things are useless, right? But then I will keep springs and nuts and bolts and pieces of wood, rubber bands, right? Until they lose their elasticity, right? And then it's dead to me. But it's right, when it uses its perceived usefulness, and it doesn't have to be immediate. It's just something I can see in the future.
Yeah.
Right? That this is a useful thing, and I've labeled it as such, I guess, in a category, right? That's what is coming to my mind if I'm just kind of doing that like free association, or I'm just like, brainstorming about but why do I keep these things?
Well,
right?
So she talked about how the meaning that she attached to the things.
Right. So
it was part of her identity, and certain things gave her credibility. It was proof of credibility.
Right.
Some things were proof of growth.
Okay.
I think for me, having those cards is proof that people love me.
Okay. Yeah.
Right.
But what is having a spring? Me having a spring, what is that proof of, right?
You talked about things on the shelf. She said, why do people still have their college textbooks?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Why do you have your college textbook? Right. For me, it's like if I need to rebuild society, here's some information. I was just looking at like an advertisement that they're selling this book on Amazon. This book is like $150, but it's beautiful, like coffee table. And it's like all the information you need to rebuild society, right? How to create a water filter, how to build several different types of fires, all the way to like, this is how nuclear reactors work, right? The internal combustion engine, and it's beautifully illustrated, and it's like 300 pages, right? And the thing's, like 20 by 20 by 6 inches thick, but just beautifully done. I'm like, wow, that's a book I need, right? That's just my mindset, right? And so, I have my physics books. I have my Boy Scout handbook, right? Just in case I need to remember how to make a tourniquet, or which plants I can eat and which plants I can't eat.
Okay.
Right? Those are...
So those are certain things. So then now it comes back to me and all the clothing and shoes that I have.
Right.
That you have purchased me.
That I have purchased you.
Yeah.
Hear that, audience?
Yes.
Yeah.
He buy me a lot of clothes. He buys me, if you see it and it's cute, I'm always like, Mark, he bought it.
Yep.
It just shows up in the mail. As soon as clothes could start showing up in the mail, I mean, it could, catalogs and stuff like that. If you remember the Finger Hut and all.
Finger Hut. I've never ordered from Finger Hut.
No, you have not.
No, I import your clothes from Brazil. Yes.
It sounds much fancier, but you just all about that. What's the new one? Temu.
Oh, Temu.
That's like the Finger Hut of the internet.
Yeah, it's the Finger Hut of the internet.
But you have all of these clothes, and I'm like, I need to get rid of some things, and you're like, no.
You can get rid of that stuff you bought.
And so I'm going through the closet, and a lot of the stuff, like, there's very little that I've purchased for myself.
Yeah, but it needs to go.
And you're saying like it needs to go, but there's like that's probably 2% of my closet.
Yeah, that's a good start.
Versus
the 98%.
Yeah,
and
it's just like, and you want to buy me more stuff, and I'm like, but I can't wear it all.
Yeah.
And so I should.
But I embrace the whole like, oh, women can't wear something twice.
And so if I can't wear it twice, I should get rid of it.
No.
See? So there's this dilemma, but there's these things, this mental space that is taken up.
In you. Yeah.
In me.
Yeah.
Right. That's taken up.
Yeah.
That, like, I want to clear up my closet. Every time I go to try to find something and I'm trying to shove things to the side to get one thing out. And I'm like, I don't wear.
Yeah, I get it. And I have some of those shirts that are in my closet that have that emotional attachment to them, right? My physics shirt, right? Which I've never worn, but shows accomplishment, right? Or, the Mech Warrior 3 shirt because I solved the problem for Electronic Arts and they sent me a shirt and a hat in a game, right? That's
an accomplishment.
It's an accomplishment, right? My Facebook shirt, even though they're not called Facebook anymore, right? It's the
collector's item.
I got that for solving a problem, right? Yeah, it's those. There are some accomplishment things, so I guess I have some of those, right? Would I ever get rid of them? Yeah. Again, that's for our grandkids to decide.
And then poor kids are left with just tossing.
Yeah.
Right. Just tossing it, and it's like.
And that's fine. It doesn't mean anything to them.
Yeah, but why put that on other people? Right.
Yeah.
So number one, but it's just like
with everything that we've given them, they can deal with it.
Look. I'm not saying. I'm just talking about letting go. And one of the things that I was thinking about was the Chehalem fire of 2020.
Or 2020. 2020? Oh, yeah. It was into COVID. That's right.
Yes.
First year of COVID.
Yeah. We were just like, oh my gosh, we have to leave our home and go stay in a hotel. Like, what's going on? Like,
Yeah, exactly. What do we pack up and what do we take?
What do we take? And it was like we don't have the plan that we have in place now. We had a little bit of a plan, but not anything big. And so we were like trying to figure out what did we grab. And like when you're running around in the moment, you can't think. And so when you think that your entire house is about to be destroyed, it is what it is. You take the things that are important to you. And
the things you cannot replace, right?
Yeah, the things that you cannot replace.
The pictures. Your letters from high school.
Yeah. No, I didn't grab those.
Oh, you didn't grab those?
No,
okay.
I didn't grab those. And then, what other things we grab? Make sure that we have a, area that you have everything that's in there in a binder.
Yeah, our important information, right? Our passports, our documents.
Yeah, just something that you can easily grab and take with you.
The insurance forms for the house.
Yeah, like, all of that stuff. But then it's just like everything else, when you're faced in that moment, what can I take? Right? There's like a picture of my grandmother, which is my mom's mom, and it's the only picture I have of her. So of course, I grabbed that off the shelf. And there were just other pictures like of your dad and, and things like that. It's just like, oh. And And it's just like, and if it doesn't mean anything when it comes right down to it, do you really need to keep it now? Right. You know, and so it's because you keep me in.
I just don't like that perspective.
No,
right? If you have and that's the same thing. It's like, okay, well, it's all based on circumstance, right? Now we have 3 vehicles that we could drive out of here, so we could take even more stuff, right?
Well, now we have an extra driver, because at that time it was just the 2 of us, and we wanted vehicles that we, just in case we were caught by the fire, that we can easily get through things. And so I ended up leaving my mom's Mercedes behind, and that ticked my dad off. He's like, "You don't want it?" I'm like, "It's not that I don't want it. I just couldn't take it in that time."
Exactly, because it's not as useful in those times. Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And so that's the thing. Yeah. And so, but now we have 3 4Runners, right? And we have 3 drivers, right? Now that our middle child is of driving age and driving. So now we can pack more stuff, right? So we can make even more decisions. But it's all based on circumstances, right? And right now the circumstances don't dictate that we have to leave right now. So does that mean that it's all those things that we wouldn't take if we could only carry a backpack aren't useful or important, right?
Well,
so maybe I'm going to start disagreeing with the entire premise of this lady again, because I don't like this lady. I don't know her. I've never met her, but I do not like her.
So the other thing about you, Mr. Wilson, is that you have 5 to, I think, upwards of 10 of the same tool. He thinks I'm exaggerating. That's why he's laughing. Right? So it's just like,
and there's a reason for every one of them. And then she has to admit that she doesn't really know the difference between some tools and other tools. So if I say I have 5 screwdrivers, right, there's plenty of reasons to have 5 different types of screwdrivers.
I understand sizing, but there are things where I know
tips and widths and all kinds of
and then you get it and you put it down, and the other thing is everything should have a home, and everything doesn't have a home.
It does. There are toolboxes and tool bags. And what's that big thing you made me get? Oh, the tool box, the tool chest.
Yeah, you get a tool chest to put things in drawers, but there's still things on top of it versus actually in it. The whole point is to put it in something so that it doesn't look like clutter and everything like that. And so,
but all those things are very useful. And sometimes you need a screwdriver at this end of the house and a screwdriver at the other end of the house.
First world problems.
Exactly. Just like I have to have a screwdriver for every router that's required. We got 6 routers. That means I need to buy 1 more screwdriver. Right?
So,
because screwdrivers have, like routers, screwdrivers have a range.
Again, whatever meaning that you attach to it.
Exactly.
But what I realize is because you attach those things, you attach the meaning to it, because we are united as one. I have also seemed like I'm required to be attached to, these things.
Well, you just need to keep your hands off my stuff. You worry about your own stuff.
Well, and this is the thing. I would keep my hands off his stuff. He has the entire shop area where we have the workout. And there's like
the training facility.
The training facility. There's like a movable bar, in there. There's
that's to
table.
Simulate cover versus concealment.
Yeah. Again,
for training.
There's a lot of different spaces in there for your stuff. I started training in the training facility, and I brought out a table for me to sit at with my clients. I come back, and what is on that table? His stuff, right? That's not in its home. And so you're talking about keep your hands off my stuff, but I'm like, just put your stuff away, right? And it's like, I'm not even opposed that you keep it, but put it in a place.
You just want to have you want to, what Rosie the robot said, right? Everything in its place.
Everything in its place, right? And so that if you are in that emergency situation or anything like that, you can go to the home or where you think it should be,
Mm-hmm.
and find it and take it or do whatever, you need with it.
Sure. And I agree. I am not the most organized person when it comes to those things. Yes.
Yeah. And so I think a lot of the stuff can be condensed down, and that's all that I've wanted, and to see what really needs to be let go. Right. And so so instead of telling him like the things that he needed to let go, I wanted to start with my stuff. But because he buys me my stuff,
it's also my stuff.
He's like, no, don't get rid of that.
Oh, but there's some things that you bought that would be like, oh yeah, that can go. I'll let you know.
Okay, you'll let me know.
Yeah.
We'll have to check back in. We have to do either part.
Those outfits that you got, that they're not as good as the outfits that I got you.
Yes. So we can go through those. And
again, I'll give you that 2%.
So, but the point of all of this is that we attach so much meaning to stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
And because we attach so much meaning, how much mental space are we taking up when we walk into our home and it's like, it's just like all of this. Yeah. It's like, right?
Yeah, and we have those like, when we're looking at houses, whether it's Street of Dreams or when we're traveling online, right? We really kind of envy those places that are minimalist and bare. Yeah. Right? Oh my gosh, this is a concrete floor and a concrete wall, and there's not a table in this place to put stuff on, right? And it's like, oh, this is freeing, right? Is kind of the feeling that we get when we experience a place like that, right? Yeah. It's freeing. Again, there's not much clutter, but then of course we love walking into people's houses and seeing all of the pictures on the wall of the family and everything like that, right?
Yeah,
and
you can have the pictures, but it doesn't get distracted from all the other stuff in the room, right? This is why, like, when people walk into our foyer and they walk in and they see the view, and then after the view, then they start to see the pictures on the wall, right? There is nothing in there to distract from that focus. That focus is our family, all those things, and that's almost like in the center of the house, kind of
well,
thing.
The view is the overpowering thing to begin with.
Yes.
And then they can widen their focus to see, okay, this is the other part.
Yeah. Right. And so I'm grateful for all the windows, because I feel like if we didn't have all the windows that we have, that other things would end up in its space, like another table or something like that. And it's just like, you don't want to put anything in front of the windows, kind of thing. So yeah. I'm just like, now I'm thinking about the girls in their desks, which they really never sit at anymore. Like, their
school desks.
Their school desks.
Yeah.
Do online school. So anyway, it's about letting go. And how do you let go? And it's hard to let go when you attach meaning to so many things. So,
or maybe the first part is not letting go. Again, I don't like this lady. Right? I don't like her premise. I deny the entire premise, right? But it's understanding what your attachment is to these things, right? It's the first step, right? Yeah. It's like, oh, well, why do I keep this? What is the attachment? Is that something that is getting in the way? Because you think, right? Oh, again, I don't want to put something into your mind, but you've said it many times. It's like, it's clutter. It gets in the way. It makes you think about things outside of what you believe you should be thinking about, right? I don't associate that, right? And so all of those things, I make the decision to keep it.
But I
don't spend any MIPS, millions of integrations per second. I spend 0 MIPS, right? Thinking about it after that.
Yeah.
Until
what? Sorry, let me let you finish your thought.
Yeah. Until there is a problem that needs to be solved and the connection is made. Right? Yeah. It gets shoved off into, long-term storage, right? And put in the lookup table somewhere. And then that connection is made, right? When I have a problem to solve, it's cataloged.
Cataloging it. And that's the thing. And I will not deny your brain. Your brain is freaking amazing. And when they talk about people who are attracted to people who have intelligence and things like that, or knowledge, and it's like, what is it called? A sapiosexual or something like that. Anyway, so I say that to say that the way that you think about things and the amount of things that you can store in your brain and still have clarity, right? Like you said, it doesn't take MIPS for you.
Yeah.
And for me, it's just like, and maybe it's a mom thing.
Mm-hmm.
We walk by and there is trash on the floor and everybody has everybody has walked past that trash 15 times. Like you're like, I'm going to wait and see if anybody picks it up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like a vacuum at the bottom of the stairs.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Right.
The current thing.
Yes.
That we're just waiting to see, will any child touch this?
Child or husband. Or anybody.
I thought I was in the same spot as you, right?
No. Sometimes you fluctuate. Yeah. You fluctuate.
Sometimes you think of me as a child.
That you're in the category of you don't see this. You can walk. Like I'm like, did you not see this? Like, for instance.
Oh, she's got a for instance.
Yeah, that for instance. Uh-huh. I'm short. So I cannot see up into the freezer. Uh-huh. And when I got a chair to look up into the freezer, they were like all of like, just, it needed to be clean. Uh-huh. And I'm like, did you see this? Like, you're tall enough. I know you saw this. Why did you not say anything to tell me, like, at least to clean it? And so that's one example of just looking over things, even though I know you you can see it, but it doesn't register.
Yeah. And of course, you and I have a varying degree of disgust, right? What triggers that level? Yeah. Right. And that we've discovered. Right.
My husband's nasty. No, oh God. I love you. Yes, we have a very different level of disgust. Just little things like he plays with the dog and
I grew up in the country.
He grew up in the country, right?
I drink out of hoses.
I drink out of hoses too.
I put my head in a river and just drink.
Yeah, pretty much, right? But like he'll go play with the dog and then he wants to come and touch on me. And I'm like, go wash your hands. Like, no. And so then when he just wants to come for me and touch me and I'm like jumpy, I'm like, did you wash your hands? Like, because I know.
You don't even know where I've been.
I don't know where you've been. I don't know what you've been touching on. You're the type that's like, is this gum? And put your fingers in it.
I did not know. See, she's exaggerating now.
I'm exaggerating, but that's what it feels like. Like he would pick it. Yeah. Yes, like he would pick up gum and look at it and flick it and toss it and then not wash
Even though
hands.
She's never seen me do that.
I've never seen him do that, but this is what I imagine in my head.
Yes.
Those are MIPS.
that are being taken up.
Taken up. Yes, whenever I see your hands coming towards me, it's like I visualize everything.
Dirty mitts.
Yes. And so
everything that I could have touched between my office and you. Yeah, exactly. I could have played with bugs. I could have, I could have stuck my hand in a pie. Right.
There's a lot of different things.
Yep.
So, man. Yeah. So I don't even know how we even got all there. But,
yeah, exactly.
But yeah, so I don't think it doesn't affect you as much as me. And I've had to learn to ease up and not be so disgusted. So I was like, come home and the counters are not spotless and clean. It's okay. They might have just made something and it's not like it's been like that all day long. But after 4 hours of being at home, now I can probably say something, kind of thing. So, yeah.
But again, we have different thresholds for those. But does it all come back to mental space? Right?
Yeah.
It's not really the space in the house. It's not really those things. It's how much mental capacity are you spending thinking about those things? Right? Yeah. And of course, I can compartmentalize. Again, I, create a lookup table, store it in long-term memory. Right? I don't,
And what does it say? Men are like waffles.
Waffles, yes.
And women are like spaghetti.
Exactly.
And we're not saying all women and not all men.
Exactly.
But typically,
yes.
Men
in the
like
distribution, if you said that, you would be 60% correct.
So, And so one thing always leads to another. It's attached to something.
Right.
And
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And for men, you're always one waffle square away from sex. That's what I got out of that book.
Yes, indeed.
That's the only part of that book my mind spends any time thinking about. Exactly. Yep.
See, that is the perfect example
yes, exactly.
of everything that we're talking about. So,
yeah. Well, you got a lot more out of that book, yes. But mine is more useful.
More useful. Until you started coming towards me.
With my dirty mitts. Exactly.
Like, I cannot think about that. Do you wash your hands?
So let's not think about the stuff from here on out. Again, okay. I do not agree with this lady and her premise at all. Right? But let's think about the mental. How do you change your mental usage? Yep. Right? Yeah.
Yeah. And I
in regards to those things.
Yeah. And I started that when I first listened to the Audible, the life-changing habits of tidying up. Mm-hmm. And, she's the gal who folds everything in thirds and all of those things. And like, don't make snowballs for socks. Mm-hmm. I had to go back to my snowballs because it just made it easier and quicker for me to find my socks, because I don't like searching one by one.
But again, if you had the right drawer that displayed socks that were laid flat, right, or nicely folded, then, right, if it was one sock high, 3 socks deep, right, 20 socks wide, mm-hmm. right, that would make but that's the thing. It's like, but that requires, MIPS, right? That requires lots of effort. That requires all that kind of stuff. Right?
Yeah. And then to maintain that.
Yeah.
And so
it requires hardly any thought for me to put something on your table. Mm-hmm. And just walk away. Yep. Right. File where I put it, mm-hmm. walk away.
Yep. And that's what I had to get to that point. I see something, mm-hmm. it belongs to you. I put it somewhere where I know you can find it. So if you ever ask me about it, mm-hmm. And then I can be done with it, and I'm not thinking about it, kind of thing. But the life-changing habits of tidying up, as I start to just remove things, and the way that she explains it, it's almost kind of like someone like ransacked your house, or you went through a natural disaster and everything was just like thrown everywhere. What do you want to say?
The tornado went through your house.
Yeah, and what do you want to say?
Destroy the house, but it just shoved everything around.
Sure. And so, do you want? What do you want to rescue? What is important to you, and like why? And I realized that I just was holding on. I attached more meaning to stuff than I should. Mm. And the reason why I did that is because I wanted to prove to people that if they came over, I could show them that I love them because I kept the thing that they gave me.
Right. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yep.
That was a big.
That picture of them from 1997, mm-hmm. right, is still up on the wall, even though we haven't seen them in 20 years. Yes. They can come to the house and see that they are still a part of our life.
Yes. Yeah. Right. Yeah. And that was important to me. And I realized, like, you know what? I got a lot of pictures of people in my home, mm-hmm. but when I go to their home, I'm nowhere to be found. Exactly. And so is it that same level? And I'm thinking, like, is it the same level of love? But then it's just like, oh, I'm placing too much emphasis on that. And so now I am letting go of the thought mm-hmm. that I have to prove
your love.
My love by holding on to cards.
Right.
Still not going to let them go just yet.
Yeah. Again, we have space.
We have space. Yes.
Yeah.
So, but I'm trying to get them all condensed down to one space. I want to figure out a way that I can, if someone knows of a way that I can put, like say like, oh, you take old t-shirts and you make a teddy bear kind of thing, uh-huh. or you take old jeans.
That seems bigger. Like all of a sudden that teddy bear is bigger than your shirt was and taking up more space. Or a pillow.
Or make a blanket out of, mm-hmm. or something like that. So it's just mm-hmm. like, what can I do with cards and like pictures? Mm-hmm. Like we pay for these pictures of the girls and just to toss them in the trash. Mm-hmm. It's just like, I'm throwing my baby away. That's what it feels like mm-hmm. to me. So I don't, it's like, I was thinking about maybe like using them on a scrapbook and making them into different shapes and maybe or something mm-hmm. like that. I don't know. Just figuring out different ways to keep these things that's mm-hmm. a keepsake, but not in its original form. And I think that's what she ended up with. She said, clip the article and mm-hmm. get rid of the old life is basically what because she talked about having all the magazines.
Right. Okay. But you don't need the entire magazine.
No.
You just need that one thing that was important.
Yeah, because she was a writer.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was like, oh, this is the first time I was in this magazine or I was in that magazine. So
Yeah.
everything went up on the shelf.
Mm-hmm.
She couldn't get rid of it. And so it was like, nope, just clip it down and get rid of that old life, kind of thing.
Right.
So we won't even go into all the magazines. Was National Geographic and Popular Science.
That was no National Geographic. That's my mom's house.
That's your mom's house.
Yeah. It's Popular Science, astronomy. Yeah.
Just a stack.
Guns and ammo. Right.
Yeah. So just a stack of things. And, I'm like, again, they're not important to me. I don't read them.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they're not important to me, but it's just, and they just get to a certain size that fits in a certain box and then they can be thrown out. Right. It's not like I just take one magazine at a time and throw it out when I'm done with it.
Yeah. So, anywho, let us know in the comments.
Yeah. What resonated with you? Right. What stood out? Where do you fall on your disgust meter? Where do you fall on your clutter meter? Right. What do you prefer?
Waffle,
are you
spaghetti?
Ready? Yeah. We covered many things.
Many things. And, are there things that you have trouble letting go? And if so, what attachment, what meaning
what did you associate with it? Right.
So.
Yeah. What does your mind palace look like?
So we will end Hot Tub Talks with, I can't get rid of anything.
Nope. 2%. You can get rid of that stuff you bought that.
The 2%.
Yeah.
So I get rid of 2% of stuff. So I will work on that.
Awesome. I'll work on putting stuff away in its place because it does have a place. So, bye.
All right.